Hello and welcome to a demo for a new Live 12 MIDI tool from Heaps of Bleeps. This tool is called Weird Duration, and what it does is it allows you to set your MIDI to durations based off of the same weird grids that all of my other devices that start with the word weird work with. And these are grids that are based off of polyrhythms or grids based off of a decimal number of beats when you go to decimal mode. In both of these modes, you need to first set your beat unit, and by default, it's going to be set to whatever the grid setting of the clip is, but you can also change that to different beat divisions. And then you're going to use some math to change that beat unit into a weirder one. So yeah, first I'm going to go over the polyrhythm mode. In this mode, you have these two parameters here. The top one is the subdivision, and the bottom one is the number of beats. So basically, you're starting with this beat unit, which right now is just the grid, which is a 16th note. And then that number is basically being divided by the subdivision and then multiplied by the number of beats. For those of you who know fractions, it's kind of weird that the division's on the top and the number of beats is on the bottom, but that's just how polyrhythms are referred to in music. Like a 5/4 is 5 beats in the space of 4 beats. It took me a while to figure out which way to set the interface, and I went with this. Seemed better to keep it in the musical world than the math world. I don't know. So right now, this note is just 1/16 long. Let's say I wanted to make it 5/16 notes long. That would be that. Let's say I wanted to make it 1/4 of that 5/16 notes. That would be that. It's kind of hard to see, but just trust me that it's that. Let's say you wanted to do 1/7 of those 5/16 notes. That would be that. You know, let's say you wanted to do 16/16 notes and 1/7 of that. That would be the equivalent of 1/7 of the whole bar. So now let's go to the decimal mode. In the decimal mode, you just have this one number of beats, but then it's controlled with a decimal instead of whole numbers. So let's say I wanted to make it 6.82 beats long. You can see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.82. It's just a little bit short of that. And you can change it. And that's all pretty simple. But then down here, you have this duration mode parameter. And this will just round it to the nearest multiple of that duration. So here I have a note that's 2 quarter notes long. Right now it's rounded to the closest quarter note, beats quarter note, and the number of beats is 1. So you can see it's still 2 quarter notes long. Let's say you wanted to round it to the closest 1.2 beats. It would then be 2.4 quarter notes long. 1.25, that'll get you to 2.5 quarter notes. Stay on the grid. And let's just do a weird number, 1.69. I guess that's just 1.69 long. Let's do 0.78. So yeah, the closest one to that is 2.1 something or 2.2 something. So yeah, it's just rounding to the closest multiple. This device, I think, out of all the devices in the Weird series, is the one that makes the most sense in the context of all the other devices. You know, when you're already working with the weird grids that this enables, you just want a duration parameter sometimes just to line everything up. On its own, it's kind of hard to see why you would want something like this. But yeah, in the context of the other devices, I think it is a valuable addition. And yeah, that is a basic overview of the device. This device is available at heapsofbleepsaudio.com. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.